Today we are going to discuss about the experiment of Wien bridge. Now the Wien bridge circuit is given in this diagram. This is a bridge circuit, so it has a 4 arms. The arm between AB, BC, CD and DA. So if we examine the circuit, then we will find that in section AB we are connecting a resistor R3. Between B and C we are connecting a resistor R4. In the section between A and D we are connecting a series combination of a resistor R1 and capacitor C1, while in the section between D and C we are connecting a resistor R2 in parallel with C2. So this 4 arm of the bridge, out of this 4, AB arm is a purely resistive. BC branch is also purely resistive. AD arm is the combination of resistance and reactance. So let me consider it is a impedance Z1. DC branch, it is the combination of a resistor and capacitor. It is a parallel combination. So let me consider its impedance is Z2. So this bridge have a 4 arm impedance Z1, Z2, resistor R3 and R4, and the balance condition is that Z1 by Z2 is equal to R3 divided by R4. So this ratio is known as a balance condition of the bridge. We are connecting a AC voltage source using a audio frequency oscillator. This is a AA4 that we are connecting between A and C terminal. We are going to measure the voltage between B point and D point. That voltage is the output voltage. When output is minimum or 0, we can say that the bridge is get balanced. Now in previous bridge, that was a bridge, sharing bridge we have connected last time. In that bridge we are keeping the frequency constant. By changing the value of capacitance we are going to balance the bridge. While in this case we are keeping the component value constant and we are balancing the bridge by changing the frequency of the input voltage. So this is the difference. In Wien bridge we are balancing the bridge by changing the input voltage frequency. So we can change the value of the impedances Z1 and Z2. So we can have to change the resistor value as well as the capacitor value. So if we consider that the values given for resistor is R1 and R2, capacitor given is C1 and C2. So we can change any of these 4. So we have a 4 different combination that we have the balance condition or the frequency at which the bridge is going to balance is given by this formula. F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC, where R is the any value either R1 or R2. C is either capacitor C2 or C1. So the actual formula using balance condition, we have Z1 by Z2, that ratio is equal to R3 by R4, and from that we can get a balance condition F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi under root of R1 C1 R2 C2. But if we consider that R1 and R2 have a same value, similarly C1 and C2 have the same value, then this equation can be reduced to equation F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. Here the condition is that register of both the resistance value will be same. Similarly, the capacitor in both the branches is also having the same value. So now we look for a actual circuit board. This is the actual circuit board. So this 2 point, between these 2 points, we have connected the audio frequency oscillator. Here we have a combination of C1, C2, R1, R2 we have connected. Similarly here, so this is a series branch, this is a parallel branch. So in series branch and parallel branch, we have to select the same value of resistors. We can also select the different value, then we have to use the equation 1 upon 2 pi under root R1 R2 C1 C2. But if we select the same value of resistor, then we can use the equation 1 upon 2 pi RC. So it will make a calculation simpler. That's why we are considering R1 and R2 equal, C1 and C2 equal during the experiment. Now we can set any value of R1, R2, C1, C2. Whatever may be the value we are selecting in series combination, the same value must be select for resistor and capacitor in series section, series branch also. Once this value of resistor and capacitor is set, then we have to calculate it, the theoretical frequency at which the bridge is going to balance. So we are using the formula that for value of R1 and C1, this bridge is going to balance at a frequency F1, and that F1 will be calculated upon 1 divided by 2 pi R1 C1. That will be the some frequency value you will get, it is in Hertz. Similarly, if we are selecting a combination of resistor R1 and capacitor C2, then we have a different frequency F2 where the bridge is going to balance. Similarly, we can also select a combination of R2 and C1. So the bridge is going to balance at a new frequency F3, and when we select a combination of resistor R2 and C2, the bridge is going to balance at the frequency F4. So by selecting the combination of R1 and C1 from the available value, we can have 4 different value of frequency at which the Wien bridge is going to balance. So now how to perform the experiment? To performing the experiment, first you have to set any combination of R1 C1 or R1 C2 or R2 C1 or R2 C2. So we have a few different possible combination. First we are connecting any one combination of resistor and capacitor in actual circuit. So this is a actual circuit. Here we have connected, right now I have connected the R2 C1. So on series side we are also connecting R2 C1. That is the resistor value we have selected is 4.7 kilo ohm. Capacitor value we have selected is 0.16 microfarad. So these 4 values are given. We have a 2 resistor 1 kilo ohm and 4.7 kilo ohm. C capacitor value is 0.61 and 0.33 microfarad. So first we consider the combination of R2 and C1. For that we are using the equation and we will find the balance frequency f3. So we are going to perform the experiment by selecting the value, register value R2 and C1, so that this bridge is going to balance at a frequency equal to f3. So we are knowing the theoretical value of a balance frequency f3. Now we have to find out, or we have to verify whether this bridge is going to balance at the frequency f3. So for that, we are using a voltmeter as a null detector. So in place of headphone, in this experiment we are using voltmeter, because voltmeter will give the highly accurate reading. You can also use the headphone. Then we have to find out the null point where the sound is obtained minimum in the headphone. But as the output voltage are vary in a very less amount, then the change in sound is not that much. So it is very difficult to detect the exact balance point. Therefore we are going to use the more sensitive device, that is a voltmeter. So we are setting a voltmeter to measure the AC voltage. Initially we have to set the AFO. So we are setting a constant input voltage using the AFO. So this is a voltage control knob. By using the voltage control knob, we can set a input voltage. Now that input voltage should be kept constant at all the frequencies, and by changing the frequency from the frequency knob, we have to measure the output voltage across the point B and C, where we have connected a voltmeter. So this is the reading of voltmeter, and the red LED, it is showing the frequency value, while this multimeter is showing the output voltage. Now right now the minimum frequency. So first we should know that which frequency we have to apply it as a input. So as a general rule, we are going to prepare a observation table where we first select for which balance frequency we are going to perform the experiment. So we have selected as a F3. So first you note down the value of theoretical balance frequency F3TH, that is a theoretical frequency. For that we have a value of R2 and C1. Now suppose if we going to use the value of R2 4.7 kilo ohm and C1 0.61 microfarad and substitute in this equation F is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC, and if we calculate the value of frequency at which the bridge is going to balance, and we will find for 4.7 kilo ohm resistor and 0.16 microfarad capacitor, the balance frequency should be come out nearly equal to 200 to 250 ohms, not ohm, it is 250 hertz. So it is a 250 hertz. It means that we have to vary the frequency minimum from 50 hertz to 500 hertz. So ideally the range of frequency, here the frequency is the theoretical frequency that we are getting. So FTH FTH is the value where we are setting this range. It means that we are going to vary the frequency between 10 times less than the FTH and 10 times greater than FTH. So FTH is 200 in our case when we are selecting the resistor R2 4.7 kilo ohm and capacitor 0.16 microfarad. So theoretical frequency will become out nearly equal to 200 ohm. For that, we are going to vary the frequency between 20 hertz to 2000 hertz, which is 10 times less than the 200 hertz and 10 times greater than the 200 hertz. So we are going to vary the frequency between 20 hertz to 2 kilohertz or 2000 hertz. So let me start a minimum in this range we have selected, because we want to vary the frequency from 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So we have selected a range of 1 kilo ohm. So minimum frequency will be available is 0.6767 hertz. It is 67 hertz, and for that the voltage we are getting, output voltage is 1.0. If we are going to increase the frequency, suppose I am going to set the new frequency so you can see that at 100 hertz, so at a minimum frequency in this range, or even we can go for so let me set the frequency 20 hertz. At 20 hertz, output voltage is nearly equal to 2.6 volt. Then if we increase, then we will find that it is now going to decrease. At 80 hertz, it is almost become 1.7. If we further increase that, so let me set a frequency 100 hertz. At 100 hertz, this is nearly equal to 1.98. At 120, it has become 1.5. 140, 180, it is 0.7 volt, so it is going to decrease. If we further increase, then at 200 hertz, now it become 0.5 volt. 220, it is 0.46. And if we are moving more than 220, 300, again this voltage will be increased. Means at 220 hertz, we are getting a minimum output voltage, and if we are applying a frequency more than 200, then this voltage is going to rapidly increase, and at 1 kilohertz is already become the voltage up to maximum, it is 2.7. So if we plot the graph of, so the observation table will be like that. We start from the 20, note down the output voltage, then set the frequency 40, note down the output voltage, then it is 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260, then 300, 350, 400, like that. You can go up to 2 kilohertz. Every time note down the output voltage, then you will find that at FTH, output voltage should be V0, minimum voltage will be available. Then we are going to plot the graph of V0 versus frequency. That graph is a V shape, and you will find that the voltage minimum will be occur at a one particular frequency, and that frequency is known as a F practical. So by drawing the graph we can find out the F practical. This F practical is going to match with the F theoretical. So now we have a two different value of frequency, one that we are obtained from the calculation using formula 1/2 pi R2C1, and other one is the by performing the experiment and drawing the graph. From the graph we have get the frequency at which minimum voltage is available at the output. So this is one set of experiment. We can repeat this same experiment for other combination of R1 and resistor and capacitor. In this setup we have a four different values of two resistor and two capacitors, so total four combination is available. And for all combination, first calculate the theoretical frequency using the formula, vary the frequency value 10 times less to 10 times greater than that theoretical frequency, obtain the output voltage for each and every frequency, plot the graph of output voltage versus the frequency, and from the graph find out the value of the frequency at which minimum voltage will be available. That should be the practical frequency at which the bridge is going to balance. So a Wien bridge can be balanced by varying the frequency by keeping the value of resistor and capacitor constant. We can perform the experiment for different values of resistor and capacitor. So this is how you are going to perform the experiment.